Hey everybody, welcome back to first top 8 match of the Hex TCG Bash. I want to take a second to point out to everybody we have all the donations for this stream are going to the Extra Life Foundation. Help out the kids.
Yeah, so pretty excited, getting pretty close to the goal, #1 for Extra Life, which is good stuff. Yep. But yeah, pretty excited about that and for this quarterfinal match.
Yeah, so good things all around.
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump right into it here. We've seen both of these players on coverage today so far. Punt Count Infinity was playing the Trishard Ardent deck, I believe, and we just saw Tynahead, I believe, in the last round with the Redlings deck. So should be a good matchup. Let's see.
All right. Well, Punt Count's got all 3 thresholds in the opener,
nice.
Which is. Well, I guess his deck needs 4 to function because he's playing. We saw Heart of Embers last time.
We saw Heart of Embers,
but at least one of each is definitely a good place to start for him. Not the fastest opener because no 2-cost troop, but we have a reasonable Redlings hand from Tynahead here.
Not bad.
So.
Tynahead goes and leads off on the Cryptdust for a Ruby here, because the Boltwing Phoenix in hand, but notably didn't play the Blood and the Deathseeker on one, so just kind of smoothing out, I guess. Yeah,
we've got the. Let's see if he opts to wait to play the Boltwing Phoenix until he can get the Scrounge 2 off the Geist on that. The Boltwing Phoenix being a 4/4.
Yeah, I think
lets it clear a good portion of Punt Count's troops away.
Yeah, I think they're probably just going to wait around. That's basically what they've shown us. Is that's just a sweeper effect that they've been kind of leveraging in some of these, especially in an aggressive matchup like this.
Yep. The board states against this deck where we really need a sweeper. The 2 damage is typically going to be good enough because that's just the Intrepid Conjurers going wide, the candles. So
sure. Pretty good start here. Pretty fast. So no trades here from Punt Count.
Yeah. But probably just going to see an attack for 2 into a Crusader here. The Swift Strike on that Crusader is going to be hard to punch through.
Yeah, it's a pretty big body. 4/4 is kind of like the point where Slagpot can't get over without something like Underworld Crusader or something like that. So
yeah, and the Swift. Those main
Gruesome Deed is pretty sweet here.
I was about to say he could. I guess he's gonna take a turn off the Deathseeker attacks. He could. I like this. I was gonna say he could Dread Apprentice into Gruesome Deed.
Sure.
But you get that permanent power added to the Graven's guys. So still gonna get in for 5 here. So Tynahead getting a little Air Force going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they have a pretty reasonable start to the game here.
Yep.
And then, like you said, they have things like this Gruesome Deed to clean up, and also this Deathseeker is able to scrounge and really make this Graven Geist kind of push over. Like you said, the flight troops are going to be pretty substantial in a matchup such as this.
Yeah, so because he's going the flight route here, I'd actually be pretty surprised to see that Gruesome Deed come down on the Ardent Crusader, because those Phantoms are actually going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they've shown no real reason. They can probably just flat out race this in the skies, is what it's looking like. So. Go ahead and Valor up this Ashwood Firebrand here, and then looks like we're just. I mean, Tynahead, you think they're gonna do some chumping here? Ooh,
depends. It is notable that. Oh wait, no, that's not how that works. I was about ready to say you could sacrifice the Boltwing Phoenix to the Gruesome Deed and be able to clean the Phantoms up, but the way those triggers would align on the chain's not gonna quite work out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're gonna have problems with the Ardent Crusader here. And then as you can see, drawn from Punt Count Infinity, just hit a Heart of Embers and has the necessary thresholds. So it's gonna be pretty tough here.
Yep. But that's gonna be great. That's gonna be a 3/3 flyer that turns the other Graven Geist into a 5/1. So it's gonna be a pretty quick clock.
Yeah, these 3 flight troops might get the job done here. It's gonna be kind of contingent on if this Heart of Embers can catch up for Punt Count here.
Yep. Oh, I apologize. 4/1. I said 5/1 earlier, but
yeah. Well, there's also a Deathseeker that can scrounge this turn.
Yep.
So it could become a 5er.
Man, that Ardent Crusader having, in the last couple times we've seen Punt Count, the Swift Strike was just not really showing much value over the Fate Weave, but it is an ace
in
this matchup, because normally Deathseeker being able to trade up to 3-drops with being a 4/3 with Gravengeist is usually awesome in these mid-range mirrors, but that Swift Strike is going to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, it's really locked the ground down here. As you can see, the Heart of Embers comes down, generates a Valor. I assume this is going to shoot one of this Gravengeist out of the sky here.
Yeah, but even if he picks off that 4/1 Gravengeist, he has to kill the... If he kills the 4/1, so we've got 5, so we can get him for 7. No, actually he's dead to the gruesome deed. The sacrifice on the gruesome deed puts a 3rd troop in the crypt.
They're gonna be in some trouble here.
And we can scrounge. We'll have a scrounge 1 and a scrounge 2 on that Deathseeker, which gives us 8 attack in the air. So let's see if Tiny Head sees that line.
Yeah, exactly. Lethal.
Yep, looks like he does. Tiny Head showing that heads-up Redlings play that he showed us last round.
Yeah, they've really shown pretty good proficiency with this deck in each round we've seen so far. And this is kind of a complicated line if you're not really looking for that kind of line. Yep. Yeah, this is great. This is just flat lethal at 8 coming across in the air.
Yep.
Yeah, really nicely played there.
Very nicely played. So that's going to be 1-0 Tiny Head here in the quarters. So
sweet. Nice. Yeah, you can see, like we were talking about, how we talked about earlier in the day how it was with the banning of Laskar's Vengeance, how there was a void of a cards filled, and you could see how good something like the Phoenix was there. I don't even know how much damage. It's probably 8 points at least of damage. So
it taking the role of being a little bit of reach because it's got that evasive flight on it.
Yeah.
And being able to sweep the board and at quick speed.
Yeah.
Which is huge if you have a lackey out. So definitely has the downside of costing 3 instead of 0.
Yeah, I agree.
But it has definitely not been a slouch. All right, this time we're going to be watching from punt count on the bottom, Tiny Head on top.
Yeah, so we'll jump back into the game here. And
take a look at opening hands here. So
draw them up.
Cool. Looks like Threshold's going to work out for our Tri-Shard Ardent deck here at the bottom.
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad hand here. And then you see almost kind of like a similar hand, just minus the flight troops here for Tiny Head.
Cool. Tiny Head gonna have looking to have a pretty good curve here. He's on turn 3. He's gonna be able. Looks like he's gonna be able to activate Ivan and get one of those, a free body to sacrifice to that gruesome deed. So.
Yeah, they have a super aggressive slant here.
But Punk Count's opener looking phenomenal as well. He's got a Valor generator as well as that recurring payoff with the Satyr's Roost Bard. So if this game goes long, it's probably gonna be pretty heavily in Punk Count's favor.
Yeah, Tiny Head drew a pretty interesting tool here. So they've drawn the Wicked Web Spawn, which, like we talked about earlier, it kind of just lets you go wider on a board that's clogged up like this. So pretty important tool here is what it looks like so far.
Yeah, it also lets you keep that. Web Spawn also does double duty and going wide and keeping that lackey at a 4/4.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is huge. So
yeah, that's a pretty big boon. Also could turn on Gruesome Deed if you don't have anything else that you want to don't want to sacrifice.
So, and that Satyr's Roost Bard being a 2/3 because the lackey's going to come down. I was about to say because we're likely going to be able to attack just into these 2 power troops and get a free Valor, but holding down the fort against that Deathseeker.
Yeah, both of our players here are just going to kind of curve out and say, you know what, you do your thing, I'll do mine, and we're going to see what happens from there. So.
When we run out of cards, we'll see who wins.
Yeah, sure.
So, but that rust bucket distractor likely not coming down this turn. I think
this is a pretty interesting one. So there's a couple things going on. So I was gonna say they could use the slag pot and go ahead and eat something right away with this Emperor's Lackey.
Yeah,
and they could use the Rust Bucket plus or Gruesome Deed or both, honestly, here. So it just depends how aggressive they really want to get on the Tiny Heads.
I'm curious as to why we didn't play out the web spawn first. I guess I would okay. Let's say get in attacking with the Rust Bucket distractor here. I guess I'm usually a little bit greedy and I want to get my web spawn value.
Yeah.
But this is Tiny Head assessing his role in the matchup.
Yeah, it's a pretty aggressive line. I don't mind it. There's no real there's no real you don't really know if they have more troops in their hand. They could have just removal. So this is pretty decent. Right. They could also have just slow shards, and they could the Ardent Crusader could be the best card. It's not going to work out that way this time though.
Yeah, Rust Bucket permanently turning off that Swift Strike. Essentially, that Swift Strike on defense, which is pretty good. Means all the 4/4s that the Redlings deck is full of are just free to attack, unfettered here into that 3/4. So what we got off the top, another shard. So probably gonna see ice into non-resource.
Yeah. So now we're kind of stonewalled here by this hero legend. I mean, so this is pretty free.
Yeah, but you get in here. I don't think basically it's on punt count to see if he wants to trade Hero of Legend for a Rust Bucket Distractor.
Absolutely.
So which.
Interesting. So punt count has totem traps coming out of the reserves more than likely here, which is pretty good here. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, Decree of Banishing.
Yeah, Decree's pretty good. We haven't seen Decree at all today either. So
not yet.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
So this is just a constant. On its deploy, it voids a target opposing troop. Yep. It's just kind of a catch-all for anything, and then when it leaves play, the voided card comes back. So if you're able to get this off of the table, your card comes back.
Yeah, and the Redlings deck being a Blood Ruby deck, not really known for being able to interact with constant. So this is pretty much just a 2-cost unconditional removal.
Yeah. It's probably going to go after the web spawn. Yeah.
Yep.
I figured it's going to go after web spawn. So heads up play here by Tiny Head. They go ahead and sacrifice the wicked web spawn to the Emperor's Lackey.
Yep. Get that free revert. Get that scrounge fodder.
Graven's good too, yeah.
Yep. Graven's Guy's making any troop off the top good, but it is gonna have to. It's likely gonna eat that totem trap if it gets too out of hand.
Yeah.
So
it feels like a pretty natural target here.
Mm-hmm. So we are approaching the deadly 7 charges from Haraza. Already at 5. So Moonrise Elder might be lights out if it comes off the top here. Called it.
Are you Miss Cleo?
Yes.
That's a pretty good call. So, as Klutz was speaking about here, the Moonrise Elder does come off the top here. So what this is going to do, it's going to be able to make this Heraza ability, it has the ability to be activated this turn, which is going to be pretty solid, I would think.
Yep. And just going to give him a slew of Valors that just turn into more cards with the Satyr's Roost. So the Redlings deck just not quick enough out of the gate here. It's definitely the aggro deck in the matchup.
Another Moonrise Elder coming off the guidance here. So there's going to be lots of chumping going on here, it feels like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a great spot here for Tiny Head.
And even if this was, a couple of months ago with legal Lasgar's Vengeance, these Valors are quick. Be getting these troops out of range here. So
not looking good. Another shard comes off the top here for Tiny Head, so not helping things out. Mm-hmm. Looks like they can live a few more turns, but basically just kind of spinning their tires.
Yeah, we have Ivan for 3 here. But I think that turn, if they draw a Phoenix and can scrounge it, I think then they have a shot because they get to clean up everything but that Hero of Legend.
Yep.
But I think that was pretty much their one draw step.
Yeah, not looking great here. And then going to go ahead and use this totem trap here on this Graven Geist. It seems like a pretty natural target. Mm-hmm. Couple of free blocks on the ground.
Yeah, Tiny Head's going to be a sport and play it out, but writing's on the wall here.
Yeah, it's looking like this Moonrise Elder's going to come up and clean up basically after this.
It's going to be he's going to be forcing blocks for sure next turn.
Yep, 3 pretty easy blocks, all academic on Punk Count's side here. So,
but Moonrise Elder can come down, activate Haraza, present lethal. If not, actually, not only present lethal, but pretty close to getting it even through the blockers.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
look at all those.
Oh.
Many a Valor made.
Yup.
Punk Count's going to be able to just go ahead and put these on whatever really feels like.
Floats his boat.
Yeah, pretty straightforward here. Just going to Valor up a couple things and just come flying in.
See what we got.
And Satyrs Roost Bard drawing more cards is just really the extra nail in the coffin, in case it wasn't enough already.
Yeah, Satyrs Roost Bard, a card we haven't really seen too much of lately. It used to be a pretty big player in the metagame, but you know, Punt Count showing that there might be a little room for it to come back here with all these free cards.
All right.
Okay.
Coming on in. Attacking for 11.
Conservative attacks. Knows it's not lethal. Yeah. But may have been worth... Maybe you want to force a chump block there, but I don't think there's... But it's... I don't really think there's
I can't think of a card that...
Definitely not a Death Seeker.
Not that one.
Definitely not that one. So, yep.
Like 7/3 source, Waltz of the Damned, if that's in your deck for some strange reason, is the one card that...
Waltz of the Damned would get him.
All right, so that's the end of that game. We're going to bring it back to the booth here for just a second.
Yep.
And then we're going to get back to... We're going to have a third game out of this one. So.
Yep. Important, in these aggressive mirrors, the play is important.
Yeah.
So... Looking to be so tying ahead with his Redlings deck, looking to have a little bit of advantage going into this third game.
Yeah. All right, so we're jumping right back into a game here, and it's been pretty back and forth so far. Mm-hmm. Looks pretty good so far. All right.
Gonna get some opening hands from these. Yeah. Opening hands from these players here. Oh,
interesting here.
Is that? Use the Blood Ice and try and fix. These Redlings decks typically have their shard base is typically heavily slanted towards Ruby.
Yep.
So there's a good chance that that Blood Shard's able to fix for him and turn this hand on.
Yeah, this is interesting. So that, like you were saying, there's a pair of essentially removal spells here with the Gemborn Prowlers. It's a fairly slow start, and like you said, we are missing a threshold, so it's interesting on that end.
We do see those Gemborn Prowlers do have some Ardent Crusaders across the table. And
definitely.
Worth noting that because Punt Count, I was about to say, worth noting that since Punt Count's opted to go with the Swift Strike gems and his Ardent Crusaders, both socketed targets are enabled by the Ruby Thresholds in the Redlings deck. So those Gemborn Prowlers are going to get some extra text on them.
Tough mulligans here for Punt Count. But this hand is pretty good, though, right? Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
If you get you definitely need a diamond.
Yeah.
But it's right there.
Is that a diamond right there?
It is a fight in 5.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the worst. Yeah. And then, like we said, Tiny Head, excuse me. Their hand is a little bit on the slower end.
Yep.
So maybe Punt Count has some opportunity to survive here. So.
Yeah. It'll be in. Oh no.
Misses the Ruby here.
All right. Well, we're at least gonna guarantee an Underworld Crusader on turn 3.
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask if that Rust Bucket Distractor was just gonna come down naked on turn 2 if we hit a Ruby, because given when your opponent mulls to 5, you kind of want to get out of the gates a little bit.
Yeah, just press them to have stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one doesn't help when you're missing rubies. The
double
ruby card's probably not the best.
Help. So.
Although the consolation prize of a turn 3 Underworld Crusader is probably okay.
That'll play.
Certainly helps.
Yeah.
And Punt Count, although mulliganed a couple times, this hand's pretty solid.
He has a Haraza banner as early as next turn, so he is.
I mean, we're off to the races here on both ends.
Oh yeah.
I would just assume this is coming, and we're just gonna.
Yep.
Tiny Head's just going to crash in for 9 here.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a pause from Tiny Head there. I think he's debating whether or not it's worth leaving up the Gemborn Prowler, but I think I agree with the jam the Underworld Crusader here.
Yeah, I think they made the right choice here.
Yep. And if he does find a Ruby, that Gemborn Prowler hitting this Moonrise Elder is going to give him a full Ivan Slagpad activation all by itself, which is notable. But Haraza definitely putting up a fight here with the mulligan down to 5. This is going to be
a pretty big turn.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one to fight back from.
Yeah, Moonrise. Honestly, these Underworld Crusaders might have to think about playing defense here.
Yeah, no attacks.
Punt Count's going to think about playing defense. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, there's certainly targets for this Gemborn Prowler.
Yep, I think I'm pretty sure you're just prowling. Yeah, you're definitely just prowling and swinging.
Yeah.
So.
I like it. Just keep coming. Wow, goes down to 2.
Ooh.
This game could be interesting. We're going to see how it goes. So the thing is here, Punt Count's going to draw a lot of cards here.
He is drawing a lot of cards.
And this War-Torn General is going to get buffed up pretty quick, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. 2 cards per Valor.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty wild here.
That Totem Trap just looking real embarrassing against these 4/4s.
Yeah, Totem Trap not looking its best here. Yeah, I would say we're going to keep drawing them up. Think we're Valorant again here, probably, or are you just going to leave up this Totem Trap?
I think that I don't know what you're trying to. If I say I'm not sure what you would be trying to draw,
sure.
And I think that you hold Totem Trap up to do handle something like this Motor Trike Driver,
sure.
Or.
And Punt Count's under no real pressure of the Boltwing Phoenix either, which is another card that has speed that could deal the lethal 2 points. See, we're just.
Ooh, well. Gravengeist is an attacker in the air. Definitely, I'm swinging with both Underworld Crusaders here.
Yeah, I think so.
You want those cards.
Yep, you're in desperate need of Ruby Thresholds here.
Yep.
So I think this totally makes sense. Yep, just trade it out for a couple cards.
Mm-hmm.
By couple, I mean 4.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Still no Ruby.
All right.
That is brutal.
All right. Well, we at least got to go.
I mean, like Gravengeist and these Wicked Web Spawns could take over this game. Honestly,
they could. I think
how many? We have 3 troops. 3 troops in the crypt here.
We do have 3. So, I was gonna say Gravengeist into. Yeah, and then next turn we're gonna have a minimum of 5 attackers.
Yeah.
We're gonna have that.
So this could be good though, because. Now there's the Intrepid Conjurer, and there's this Heart of Embers also, though, with a bunch of Valors hanging out. This game's going to be really wild.
This is close. This game is close, way closer than it had any business being.
I agree.
So
now you think, okay, this makes it. We're just going to get rid of both troops here. I think is the line.
Yeah, you have to. These Valors these triggers are not going to the face. Oh man,
this game's wild.
This is
okay. How about attacking here? How do you feel about attacking? No way.
No, I think they're
going to get the 3rd Underworld Crusader on you.
Well, even
this Dread Apprentice.
Even a Dread Apprentice is lethal.
Yep, that's
lethal if he attacks. I'll say. So do you? And if he's been keeping track, it's kind of hard to keep track of all the Valors that were flying around.
Yeah, this is so hard.
But if he knows that there's so
just
he's going
double Wicked Web Spawn.
Yeah, Web Spawn. Next turn, go for the Dread Apprentice. Make him deal with both of these Web Spawns. Man.
The problem here is there's another Moonrise Elder in the hand for Punt Count Infinity.
Man, this game is crazy. Is he just dead? Wait,
could be.
Yeah, because he's got 10. The Moonrise Elder is
and another banner, right?
Yeah. No, he already played a resource out. So
okay. Let's see. Are we gonna make 1 million of these? Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat here waiting for this one.
Oh man.
10.
So yeah, that Moonrise.
Oh, this is gonna get him. Yeah, this is gonna get him.
Wow. If you'd asked me to pick a winner based on the opening hands,
gonna get him
any number of times. It would not have been Punt Count Infinity.
What a wild game.
So showing
It is a banner. Yeah, there is a banner. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Showing the power of this Haraza deck, but the Redlings deck did have to get a little bit unlucky, not having a Ruby threshold there. But you have to remember, this is a mold of 5, and this would have been, if he didn't just kill his opponent, this would have been the second time he went to discard this game.
You are not wrong.
So this very impressive showing from the Tri-Shard Ardent deck there.
What a crazy game. Goodness. Yeah, the Satyr's Roost Bar really just went to work, and then obviously a little unfortunate. Missing the rubies, but I don't even know that it mattered, but did it really though? No. I don't know. It was going to be close either way. So
that Satyr's Bar, seeing that mold of 5 and just telling Punt Count that he's got you, fam.
Yeah, got you. And we're gonna fix this mulligan real quick. So, mold to 5 was going to discard twice. That's
crazy.
Obscene.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. We will be right back with the semis.